Guys, what is up? This is RJ, and this is another StarCraft 2 cast that I found on d2dgamer.com. Yes, right guys, I have not casted one of these games in a while. I actually have not casted any games in a while, and by a while I mean like 4 days, so it really hasn't been that long. But this lag is preventing me from introducing the players. We got here in the west corner of Lost Temple. I'm probably gonna have to restart this. West corner of Lost Temple, we got Flashtirade, who sent in this replay, and we got diios. Diios sounds African. If you guys noticed in my, I think one of my last videos, that I had no overlays. That is because, for some reason, every time I placed an overlay, the screen would flash black. So you have a spoiler on the timing, and I closed this so you can't see. This is a gold level replay, and all the replays that you guys have sent me, I've actually not been able to get. A lot of people have said, hey, have you seen my game? I'm like, honestly, I have not, because no one has sent in emails, and I double checked what I spelled, and for some reason, replays.brothersofdomino@gmail.com is not receiving emails. So I would like to segue this and redirect the emails to rj22497@gmail.com. Yes, guys, send in replays at rj22497@gmail.com. I will leave a link in the description. And look what we got here. We have an extractor before a spawning pool. I suspect speedlings. Flashtirade doing the normal. I believe that was a 12 gate. Getting that assimilator at normal-ish time. I'm not too sure about Protoss timings, but I believe around 14, 15 is a good time for the assimilator. I'm pretty sure there are more optimal ways than that, but we have the probe from Flash going in. Flash, you stole the best StarCraft 1 player's name. I am mad. So, yes, anyway guys, make sure to send them at rj22497@gmail.com, and I would love to look at them, because honestly, you guys sent me some pretty crazy replays. Some of my friends have sent me some pretty crazy replays that I've told them, just forward it to rj22497@replay@gmail.com. I can't speak. And there have been some great games, like that 2v2 with Realix Italian. I didn't quite enjoy that game. That was a nice game. But here we got the probe, and look, a Roach Warren. Does he even see it? Oh my god, he didn't even see the Roach Warren. Flash didn't even see diios' Roach Warren. Ah, that is bad. Flash will not be prepared for this rush, because why the hell would you have a Roach Warren this early and not an expansion? You're not obviously getting it for defense, because if you're getting defense, you'd get spine crawlers. Anyway, we have the Warp Gate research pretty decently on its way. Needs to use that chrono boost a little bit better. That's one thing that Flash really had to work on in this game, as I saw the replay, was that his chrono boost really needed some work. He did a good job, and that Artosis pylon is killing me. Yes, he is not supply block, but I think now would be a great time for another pylon, and this Artosis pylon is even worse. If those roaches get up here and shoot down this pylon, he is screwed, especially if he gets cannons. But it looks like diios has not even scouted him out, which is interesting. I mean, he should know that he is here and not here. So technically he doesn't need to scout him out, but it would still be nice to know what your enemy is doing. I mean, that's just logic. Anyway, we have 3 roaches in for diios, kind of late on that roach rush. The roach rush should be heading there in about 6 minutes. That's the average time I've experienced anyway, 6 minutes, 30 seconds as Terran on the bronze ladder. And we do have metabolic boost for those lings, so it will be a ling supported roach rush. I don't think it's going to be 7 roach rush, because the 7 roaches honestly would have been out by now. We have 2 sentries for Flash, doing a good job, knowing exactly what you have to put, and we have the forge finished that I completely missed because I am a scrub. Warp Gate research is about to be ready. We have another sentry going in. He is smart putting sentries, because honestly, sentries are what you need if you know that you're going to be rushed. Because by not getting that expansion at all, I'm pretty sure Flash knew that he was going to rush him in some way. And seeing that the extractor was up before the pool, he suspected like some early ling pressure. But yet again, early ling pressure isn't really that viable in PvZ or even TVZ. And we have the Robo facility on its way from Flash, going to 3-gate Robo, a Roach plus Ling Rush. And it is going to be supported by the Hatchery. He has expanded behind this. So I don't think he's just going to go for the kill. I think he's just going to try to contain him, drone up hard, get a ton of drones. Because so far he is droning up as best he can. He could do a little bit better. He's about to be supply blocked. But we have holy sentries. We already have like 6 sentries for Flash. That is a lot of sentries. Chrono not being used much. Probe count is terrible. He is ahead of the Zerg, because the Zerg had to invest so many resources into these early units that he can't get the economy up. This is the drawback from one of these. You're spending so much resources on reinforcing this that your economy suffers. And as Zerg, the best way to defend yourself is to have a good economy, because if you don't have a good economy, you can't do anything. Because yes, your injects might be perfect, but if you don't have the money for it, then what's the point? Match is about to go down, and we got the Roaches moving up. He sees those cannons. The one Zealot, being a hero, that Zealot gets sniped instantly. 4 Roaches stuck by those force fields. A little overdose on the force fields, but yeah, he does have a ton of sentries, so it is okay. He only ends up losing 1 Zealot in that engagement. 1 Zealot for 4 Roaches. That is a good engagement. Those sentries did so much, trapping the Roaches, and it looks like diios is just going to go back. Flash is supply blocked. He needs pylons. Remember, guys, pylons and probes, as Day9 always says. What is he doing? Where is that Chrono Boost being spent? It is being spent on the +1 weapons upgrade. So it looks like we will be seeing a +1 timing attack when he gets back. Anything over here in the base of the Zerg? Nothing much. He is going to get a Hydralisk then, so he will be reinforcing with Hydralisk, which is a pretty interesting use of Larva, because generally see Roach Hydra, not Roach Ling Hydra. Then again, this is gold, so there are crazy strategies. I don't think he will be building any more Lings after this, though. He is injecting again. He needs to get those Hydralisks out. There we go, 4 Hydralisks. And this base is not even saturated. He has 3 drones here doing absolutely nothing. A Queen doing absolutely nothing. Probably spending way too much time over here worrying about his units. Not enough time back at home with the macro. That Observer sees everything. He knows that his expansion is here. So Flash should expand. Like, now. He is safe. He has a cannon support, well, minimal cannon support. He has an Immortal. That Immortal will just roast those Roaches. Just get an expansion. I mean, play it safe. Get an expansion. Don't immediately counteract. Yes, you could beat this army, but what if you don't know what his army is? What if he went and got Infestors while he was rushing you? It's not exactly that viable, but it's a possibility. I mean, we see what's going on, but he doesn't, so why just not get an expansion, get that macro advantage, try to catch up to the Zerg. Yes, the Zerg isn't doing that much, but Flash doesn't exactly know this. His Observer is where his Observer is here. He doesn't know that this is not fully saturated. As far as he can know, it could be fully saturated. Anyway, that is my little rant. We still have 3-gate Robo. It's not built a single probe. If you want to get out of gold, you have to start building more probes, because you can't 3-gate Robo with only like 20 probes. Yes, okay, yes, you can 3-gate Robo with only 20 probes, but this is the latest 3-gate Robo timing push ever. So in reality, this is not really even a 3-gate timing push. This is just a normal attack. So if it's just a normal attack, get probes. You have the money for it. Just get probes. Just come on. Build probes. Just hit this. Anyway, Flash is moving up, and the army of diios could actually hold this off, but he is pushing up. I'm not sure, and I don't. It will be very tough if that Queen with some transfuse and no moving those Roaches up too much, not even a moving. That is a critical mistake. Yes, getting those Lings around, that is good, but those Lings are not even attacking. Those Zealots will clean up those Roaches so fast, it is not even funny. No micro at all. And it looks like a GG from here. And there we go, diios left the game. Replay complete. So what went wrong, guys? Is my question. What went wrong? diios did everything fairly well. His timing for this was fairly good. He did get an expansion. I think the main mistake he did was not drone hard enough. If diios droned harder, he could have repelled this. If he built more drones at the beginning and got a better economy, he could have been able to build more units to defend from this push. What Flash could have done better? Flash could have done a few things better. First of all, he held off that thing great. Yes, maybe diios could have gone in and busted it, but because that mortal wasn't even out yet, he could have gone in and possibly won the game. But that was not his intention. His intention was getting up this expansion. But what's the point of getting expansion if you're not going to put drones on it? If you're not going to saturate your bases, because these are half saturated at best. Why have 2 bases when you honestly have enough drones for 1 base? 27 drones is about maximum you can get on 1 base. Yes, you get production, but then just put a macro hatch. I mean, Zerg players, if you're going to expand drone. If you're worried, put spine crawlers. Flash, what he could have done is he could have built more probes. That is about the only real visible mistake I saw Flash make in this game. Was he did not build enough probes, and he could have expanded. He could have expanded, because he still would have, even if he didn't have, like, let's say these 4 extra stalkers. What diios did with moving his roaches and not A-moving lost him the game. That move lost him the game. Flash would have probably beaten him, but diios just gave him the game with that misclick, that terrible misclick. Well, anyway, guys, my mouth is very, very dry. I'm gonna go drink some water. And remember, guys, send in your replays. I like replays. rj22497@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description, and I'll be more than glad to look at them. Anyway, guys, this has been RJ with Brothers of Domino, and I'll see you guys